We're back live at ESPN 8 The Ocho. Here with me today is my colleague Mike Hunt. We've got Week 10 fantasy news around the league this week. Are you guys ready? Let's jump on in. First matchup of the week, we got the Price is Right versus the self-proclaimed worst team.
Yes, I talked to Bob Barker this week. He said he popped a fat chub over this matchup.
Well, that's interesting. Matt Price has been really good lately, and Blackburn, although lucky this season, he's going to need that luck this week to overcome Matt Price's strong team.
Yes, I finally think that Drew Brees is going to let the Falcons fans rise down this week. Rise down, sir.
Well, I'm going to have to disagree with you there. I'm taking Matt Price in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the worst team in this matchup.
Next matchup, we got Colt Forte 5 versus Doobie's Mean Cookies. Still don't understand the team name, Jordan, but keep them coming. They change every 3 weeks, so really don't get them, but okay.
I tried to get an interview with Frank Gore this week, but the 49ers said, no, he's a live bear, and he would literally rip your face off. So,
wow, we're not talking to that guy anytime soon. But to key in, Jordan really does need this matchup. He really needs it to get into the playoffs. And although he's been hot recently, Chris Johnson's going to need to have that huge week like he did a few weeks ago to overcome Duke's running backs. And although he has a shaky wide receiver crew, I do think Colby gets it done this week. What do you think?
Yeah, I think if the 49ers think they have a live bear out on the field, I'm going to have to go with that.
Live bear
45.
does help in some instances. All right, next matchup. We've got Cruising to the Ship versus our Nig Newtons. Both guys have been picking on each other via Twitter this week. But it's time to find out who can shut the other one up and get this win this week. Although, for playoff reasons, it doesn't mean too much. Neither team really has a shot at that one.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Cotton. The Twitter sphere is a buzz, but I think Vic Cruz is going to salsa all over that Bengals secondary.
That dance is pretty nice, isn't it?
It is.
It is.
Gets the crowd going. It's provocative.
we all like provocative things. Next matchup, we got Back to the Foster versus Bud Light Football. Might I add, Bill, the team name, while it sounds stupid, I love the picture. It really keys it all in together. But get into the matchup here. Bill, you got too many holes in your team, man. Too many holes. I think Matt Ryan's going to find those holes, and he's going to penetrate those holes. That's what he's going to do. He's going to penetrate those holes against the Saints defense, and he's going to put up numbers, Bill. Personally, I got nothing against you, but I'm playing the numbers here, and I'm taking AJ.
Yeah, I agree. I'm taking Back to the Foster as well. I project a huge week for A.J. Green. Over 25 fantasy points.
25, wow, that's huge for a wide receiver. But he is the number one receiver, so I'm sure he can get that done. Let's jump straight into the game of the week this week, guys. We got George W. versus the Goose. Bill, let me get what your thoughts on this one.
Yeah, Ted, I have a huge muscle hamster ruining my pants over this matchup. So this should be a good one.
Muscle hamster, he's obviously referring to Doug Martin, who had a huge week last week. How many points?
51.
51 fantasy points. We haven't seen that in years.
Except for last year.
Except for last year, you're right. Aaron Rodgers did have a 50-point game week last year, but it sounds better to say that we haven't had it in a while, doesn't it?
Doesn't happen very often. It's a rarity out there.
Yeah, it's rare. Anyway, back to the matchup. ESPN has this matchup projected really high, but I don't think it's going to get that high. I think it's going to be close, though. What do you think about that one?
I'm going to have to go with George W. You know, you got Aaron Rodgers on a bye, and I don't know if Doug Martin and Brandon Marshall can pull it off this week.
Not so fast. I'm taking the Goose in this one. Jimmy Graham is having a week. He's going to have it. Drew Brees is going to have to throw early and often against that Falcons defense. I see Jimmy Graham being the main target. He's going to probably get 2 touchdowns, possibly over 100 yards. You're going to see that Jimmy Graham you're used to seeing last year.
Sounds good, but I think you're wrong.
Well, I agree to disagree.
Win in Rome.
Win in Rome. Still don't understand what that means.
It's just fun to say.
It's just fun to say. Well, that's all we got for you here at ESPN 8 The Ocho this week. You guys get those lineups set, pick up whoever you need to pick up, and have a great week.
You stay classy.